Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, I've got an update for you about that GPS problem, the last video I posted. I've sorted it out, and that doesn't mean I've solved the problem, right? Because I still don't know what happened. All I know is I've got it working again. Now, the sort of things I tried, I mentioned a couple of things about updating the fonts and stuff in the last video. I'd also uninstalled the software, reinstalled the software, uninstalled the software, I'd messed about with all different bits and pieces. It was doing me head in, and that's when I finally posted the video. And thanks for all your comments and suggestions, by the way. Right, but how did I solve the problem, even though I don't know what the problem still was? Right, but I got it working again. So what I did was, right, I turned all my GPS settings off in the flight control board. Right, went to the on-screen display, turned them all off, went to the GPS setting, turned it off, right, turned all the GPS settings off, right. Then I unplugged the GPS. Then I reflashed Betaflight 4.5. Then I plugged back in the GPS, and then put all the software, GPS software settings, which isn't a lot, but put all the software settings back on and the on-screen display back on for the GPS and the SATs and everything, and plugged it in, and bingo, it worked. Now, like I said, I had updated the firmware, reflashed the firmware a few times, so if you come across this problem, I recommend, right, rather than messing about, right, turn all your GPS stuff off, unplug your GPS, reflash the firmware, plug your GPS back in, reinstall your firmware, update your firmware I should say, then plug your GPS back in. But yeah, and then turn your GPS on, all your GPS settings. It's just a weird one. I still don't know what's happened. It might happen again, right, because there was no reason for it. Alright, if it was a GPS fault, it would have never fixed itself, but I know it wasn't a GPS fault because everything was working perfect, and all the other GPS settings, the longitude, latitude, speed, all that stuff, right, that was all working. It was just the home arrow and the home distance, as you will know if you watch the video. But yeah, so that's it, it's working again, and I still don't know what the problem was. It was just like one of them stupid things, even though I have already updated the firmware and reflashed it a couple of times. I just did it a slightly different way before reflashing. Right, and just in case, because I'm talking fast trying to get through it, because now it's all happy again, I want to take it out for a test flight. Right, but yeah, turn all your GPS settings off in Betaflight, turn your on-screen display GPS settings off, turn everything off to do with GPS, then unplug your GPS, right, if you haven't got a plug, unsolder it, whichever, right, then reflash your board, and then connect everything back up again, and it worked for me. It's one of them strange things. It's like one of them computer bugs. Something goes wrong, you turn your computer off, count to 10, you turn your computer back on, and it works, and you think, wow, how did that happen? But yeah, so I just thought I'd tell you, and like I said, thanks for all the little bits of information and stuff like that. And if it happens again, right, I'll let you know. But touch wood, or knock on wood, I think they say in America. But touch wood in Britain. Hopefully that'll be it now, but it's such a strange one. As I said, I still don't know what caused it. I still don't know what the actual problem was, and it may happen again, right? But I will not be updating my firmware for a while, and if you watch the previous video you know exactly why, because that's where all my problems started from. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, thanks for watching, thanks for all the helpful little bits of information and stuff like that, and thanks for your supports and things like hope you get it sorted, George, and stuff. Okay then, I'll leave it there, and cheers.